super easy to build. All you gotta do is start with a twig 2x1 with a ramp and a small box above the X marks the spot on either side of the ramp. And now we're gonna do a floor stack that is a bit taller so we can place our walls for our crazy 2x1. We're gonna upgrade that lower foundation and build our 2x1 off the high foundation. Then we're gonna do a reverse U-shape share XCAV style starter right here, which does limit your double door usage, but it is nice for expanding and gives you a full 1x1 up here for when we do expand. We're gonna do a floor at half right here and seal it up with a double door. And you can remove that double door later for a garage door. And now we are just going to build around with twig like this, so we get a square on each side, so we can't half gap this. Now we are going to go out and build our half gap on each side. Now we just finish that on the other side with the same reverse wall stack for the full half gap build. And once we break all this twig, we're just going to build back with squares. And now we're just going to build it and hatchet that out on each side and go past the base just once on each side like this. Just going past the base once on each side. Don't go a second square past that. And then we're just going to build back on the second one. Demolish the excess twig and finish your 5x5 pattern with these triangles. And we're going to put the same triangles on the same corners, even on the ones without the missing foundation. Then in the center of your long side, you're going to do a single square, and on your short side, you're going to do 3 triangles. Sorry, it is a 4x5, 4x6, 4x5. And you can upgrade all of these to sheet metal, but we don't need to do that now. Every single thing is accessible to upgrade later. And we're going to do an external PC by doing 4 twig squares out and upgrade the 5th square from our initial 1 square build out from our shell. A total of 6. And we'll go ahead and repeat that on the other side after we break this twig so it looks a lot better. And our 1 square peak, and then we're going to do 4 twig, 1 square peak from the shell, 4 twig, and then upgrade the 5th. Just like that. And we're going to do the Spinky style external by doing a full 1x1 honeycomb here and doing all the walls on every side like this, and doing an airlock right here. Put your airlock and your window right here. Okay, and put a twig half wall here and a raised double door frame that'll stick out 0.5 above your roof, but it has no soft side. We can put a floor here and a shelf on the other side. This, and we break that twig half wall right there. It'll be your disconnectable. Should be able to do that floor shelf there, and it should not add anything. And we'll go ahead and do a window peak here that will allow us to connect everything back so it's not decaying. And we can do a square frame through here by crouching, and then connect these by doing a temporary build-up right here. And we can't jump up here to go ahead and upgrade everything. Now we're good and not decaying, and now we're just going to repeat that on the other side. And once we have upgraded that on the other side for the same exact TC mirror, you're just going to choose a door path for your 2x3 right here. We're just going to do one single door in the center of the 3 side right here. Demolish that, so it's going to be a single doorway. Made that twig by accident. And then sealed the 2 wall sides, just like that. And then after this, we're just going to do walls all the way up for a second floor. And then we are going to be able to remove this. Hopefully we have garage door. And this can be a 1x1 area that we can put a workbench, loo room, bedroom. Now we can upgrade all of these from up here. And we can go ahead and map out all of our floors right here. And this one is to taste. We can do the squares on the side like this for two roof pieces into our bedroom, or triangle roofs like this for 1 roof piece into our bedroom. And this way we'll have a better peek down on all angles in that mini shell, which I'm going to do this one is going to be better. There's already plenty of space, boxes and living rooms. We're just going to place all of these floors here like this and then upgrade them. And we can just go ahead and map out our floor like this, standard chase box style jump up. But we're just going to shoot this up all the way up like this and then upgrade everything here. You could do double door, single door on those sides, and we're just going to do one more shoot up here into our floating bedroom with our floor shooty peaks. Or feet shooty peaks, sorry. You could double door everything here, window here, as you're preparing to expand for your shell. Your second wall of your shell, I should say. And then now you can go ahead and do half wall, window, half wall on all of your corners. And then full wall, window, full wall, single door for a spinky style two wall jump up right there. And repeat that on all sides. Put 2 full walls and a half wall right here for your long side. You it like this. Full wall, window, full wall above, single door for the spinky style. And we're just go ahead and upgrade everything in the shell right here. And once you have that upgraded, we are going to go ahead and do again the spinky style on these 2 block sides right here. If you don't know what that is, we'll just do half wall, double door frame, half wall. And we want all 4 square floors up there. We'll go ahead and place those on both sides, and we'll get both on this side, just like this for our ramp peaks. And we'll add the other ones later. And then for these ones right here with the foundation, don't put any windows or you can put a window, but don't put any roofs or wall frames right here. But the ones without the foundation with the gap missing, you could do 2 roof pieces like this. We are going to add the roof later. We just need to place the ramps first on the other ones. And for these, we can just do glass or something first, or window bars, or wooden window bars first. And now we can expand our jump up. And we're just going to do a Patrico jump up right here. Just like this, very akin to the spink box. I don't know. And like this, low wall, upgrade that, double door frame, upgrade this. Then you want a loot room right here or something, and you just want to continue to shoot up from the center triangle, so you can put a depot box here, stupid line of sight, and a floor right here. And you can seal this up as so, again coming up from the center triangle and putting those 2 low squares under there. And we'll repeat that on this side. Stupid line of sight, upgrade that, jump up in the center triangle. And now to fill out our shell, we're just going to put this floor off of our roof peak. And we'll have 3 right here that we can put beds and boxes on. And we'll have our spinky peaks on each side right here. It'll be really easy to put them in. We're just going to repeat this on the other side. And you can run up through your center shaft of your core on a vanilla server, or you could jump up here. And you're going to place a twig floor here, low ramp, high ramp, window for the easiest peaks ever, and shoot those twigs out. Very easy. Same thing on this side. And since we don't have a roof up here, we will have to just create a roof. And you just won't be able to replace the frame, or if you place the frame first, you won't be able to put the ramp. So we're just going to repeat the double ramp right here, 1 low, 1 high, put the window blocking and shoot the twig out underneath and underneath that one. And just like that, you have all 4 of these. added very easily. And now you're just going to get back down into there. And now we're just going to add a frame for these windows. You can't add a floor even if you upgrade that to sheet, but you can add a frame. That'll just block the window with a building block. You could add a second frame or something. And now you can remove those for when you have your patricos, and now we can add one roof. That'll give us a ramp and an angle for our window. For our window jump up in front of us with that twig. Just like this. You want it in the direction. Can't see front, you can see side like this, and now you can see down and out. A little bit of side angle when you go shipping container sheet metal, but anyways, you can go ahead and add some stability right here, as well as a double door frame right there. And then you can add a double door right here for an on-demand peak, or a low wall or a half wall right there to cover that up. I like to do the double door because I can't crawl through there anyway. And now you have an on-demand peak. Now you can go and do triple half walls all over here. Full walls all right here. This can be a bedroom or whatever you want. A loot room, furnace room, anything. There's a room to taste, and we're just going to repeat that on the other side. And this is where you can just sort of cover that bedroom with the roof. With the square floors, you'd be able to do 2. With the triangle, you could just do 1, but you get better peaks with triangle floors. Either way, go ahead and seal up these walls as well. Then we can add a floor from the outside at half height like this, or a turret on all 4 sides. And again, you can use a ladder or place it from the inside outside and twig parkour on a regular vanilla server. And again, you can do the square floors if you want for the 2 like this. And then we'll put a frame here. We could probably put a frame there for even more angles. I don't know if you can fall down here. Maybe. The frame will make sure we can't. And we can't get squeezed. Again, it's the taste. You could have done the squares. Doesn't matter. And these have soft side exposed, so you can still pick them as well, but it doesn't matter for those peaks. We'll just go like this so it's easier to run. And then now we could do half wall window, and this is important. This is for our mushroom cloud 360 style peaks. I'm just gonna wrap this around. Put a second floor there. I just like to do that nowadays. That way I could see people's heads crawling up with their name through the floor. That'll be nice and it'll be easy. And we're just gonna do 1 layer of squares from our shell all the way around. And you may not have stability without a triangle frame on this side. Like this. You may need that. You just want 1 floor everywhere from the outside in, and you may need that frame. Now this is all low, so you'll be able to floor stack over this. And because we have no walls under, we'll be able to place all of our windows and walls there. We'll do window, single doorway, 4x4 style jump up, just like this. That'll be for our single door vending machine and patrico. We'll go ahead and repeat that on the other side. Floor, single door, 2 double doors. Cap these 2 off. You want to do a vending machine over there. Single door here, 2 garage doors. And now you can overhang your 3x4 from your original 1x2 core, or your mushroom cloud peach shooty piece. And now you can go ahead and place your windows for your crazy shooting floor. You can choose whichever one you want for your doorway and lay this out however you want up here. It's a very unique shooting floor. Hopefully you haven't seen this anywhere else. And we'll go ahead and do one more roof ramp peak here. You can seal this up. Keep in mind when we place this here, we'll have a slight gap. With triangle roofs, but it'll be better anyways. And we're just going to put all the windows right here. You may have to look down and do one more roof peak right here. Just like that, you can come up here and seal up the top 4x3. And you can do a double door towards your 3 triangles and then a single door to the left or right. Or an airlock. Or a pseudo airlock, just 2 doors really. And then when you put your triangle roofs right here from the inside, and then when you upgrade them and swing that double door open, you create sort of like an airlock, especially after we put our roofs. And when we do our square roofs right here, we just want to make sure certain things are placed first. We won't be able to do these 2 square roofs. You need to do that before the window if you want that, but we'll be able to do 2 triangle roofs. And this will give us a slight gap right there, but not as big as you think, especially once we add our second layer of roofs. We're just going to do 2 triangle roofs over there. That'll be slightly different than the intro. I'm just going to repeat this on the other side and do the 3 triangle roofs here. And we can go ahead and add all of our windows. I like to do glass on the center that you can pull off, and maybe some embrasures, and then have just regular embrasures on the outside. And it's gonna look really weird for someone who doesn't know about a half gap shooting floor, how it's so close. And then once you have that, you are ready to put your roof pieces here, but you want all of these double door frames here on all 8 triangles on 4 sides, all the way up to the top. This is gonna hold stability and give you some nice crazy peak down. So when you go ahead and put these square roofs here, you place these first, you are gonna be able to place on the outside. You're going to be able to place the half walls, but we'll place all of these on all 4 sides first. You may need double door frame stability in there. And you can again lay this out however you want. There's a 4x3 in here. You can have some crazy bedroom space or whatever you want to do. Just get all of your stability here and then come up to your roof again. And put all of your square roofs on the corners for these conditionals. And now when you're facing from the outside, you'll be able to place half walls, and we'll be able to place these windows and frames here. Need this half wall right here for stability, and we want these everywhere to cover this gap. You may need to twig parkour or ladder during this stage. And again, frames all the way up. And once you have your frames all the way up through the roof pieces like this, you want full walls right here. And a triangle floor right here with 2 triangle roofs. And we don't use square roofs just to hide things. And we're just gonna do the same thing on all 4 sides. And again, 2 triangle roofs, because since there's a gap on this one, the 2 square roofs won't connect anyway. So it would look odd that 2 don't connect and 2 connect. So we just do all 4 triangles. It doesn't look off to any raiders. Repeat this Again, on all 8 triangles on all 4 sides. Once you have that repeated on all 4 sides, make sure you have that window in the center. And then you could do 2 square frames off the side. And then you could do half wall window and a roof right here. So we do roof just like this, that'll layer it. And then half wall window for a roofless peak. And then a hard side wall right here. And then you could plop a bed down in here. Gives you a bit more angles. They can throw grenades in there compared to the square roof version in the intro, but this one's way easier to do, and I think the peak is different and an advantage compared to if you didn't have that hole there with square roofs. Anyway, go ahead and repeat this on the other side. You can't do the square roofs, you just have to do it before you do the window. And now we're just gonna do 1 turret pod on each side with just 2 floors up of double door frames, square floor frame in the center, half walls all around, cap it on top, and you can put a windmill on each of those with the turret underneath. Cap that off just like this, and you can go ahead and upgrade every single thing. Every single thing is accessible from the inside. There's no unreachable piece. You can go ahead and upgrade everything to the in-game grade in the code. Super nice and super easy.